Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Esports Ohio stream, bringing you some more Overwatch 2 action on Monday. And a little bittersweet this week because this is week number 10, the last week of our regular season competition for this year's sponsored season. And man, we have seen a lot of good games so far this season, and it is sad to see it end, but that does mean that playoffs is right around the
Five,
corner. And for these
four,
two teams here,
three,
Gilmour and
two,
Dublin Coffman,
one.
this is going to be their
Round
last regular
one.
season match
Capture
before
the
they head to that
objective.
playoff series.
Yep, and what's up guys? I'm Anakin and I'm going to be co-casting today here. We got a nice little game going on between Dublin Coffman and Gilmour here. Gilmour here on the right side representing the red team here. Rolling out onto Illy as well with the Roadhog composition. Maybe trying to get some nice sneaky little hooks into this hole here. But unfortunately does not get the connection on the hook that they wanted.
Yeah, Magic was looking for that hook angle there for Gilmour. Not able to find it though. Is going to get Ramatra a bit pinned in the corner. The Maywall is going to go a little bit behind Dublin Coffman. Not quite where Gilmour wanted it. That is going to buy them some space though. And the hook finds him right into the pit. You've seen it before on Ilio as well. And Magic's going to find the angle there. And that's going to start the fight off right for Gilmour as they're going to step forward and take control of this point.
Yep, not a good day for Quick Feet 52 fans right there. That is not something you want to see in the first fight. But you know, I mean, they did get a little percentage off. It's not the end of the world, and we are swapping onto the Roadhog now, which should prove them a little more effectiveness, especially with Roadhog near.
Yeah, we'll have to see how quick he does with it in the mirror matchup. He's going to get hooked, almost caught in, is able to jump away, but that Bastion damage is just too much, and the wall comes out just a little too late. Magic Man showing off a little bit of magic of their own, finding a couple big hits there, taking down Blue Hydra as well. Magic going to finish off Firefly, and a great hold.
Yep, and Quazel on the repping the Vendetta here. Brand new hero if you haven't seen her before. I think we saw her in the past couple of weeks, but still the most recent hero come out in Overwatch. She's got a big old sword, and you could hear her dragging it around on the floor there. It's like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Vendetta. Yes, certainly been a meta definer, even after the nerf, still finding the space here. As quickly wants to find some space themselves, can step on forward, trying to force Gilmour back, not quite able to find it. Magic Man, though, gets a pick. Firefly, though, able to get one back onto Jin. The ultimate start coming out. There's the Nano as well. Despair going in on that Juno. Quick Feet and Firefly going to come up big with a couple picks for their side. Taking down this Bastion right here, and it looks like Dublin Coffman might have found their angle on that extended fight, getting some ultimates off, able to come out on top in the trades, and they're going to cap this one over.
Yep, they did a really great job of taking the fight, not next to the big old hole in the center of the point, so they can't really get hooked in. So good on them, and maybe they're going to take the fight a little more up, so Magic can't take massive advantage of this big old hole in the middle of the point.
Yeah, it looks like Firefly's going to get that Nano off there. That was huge. It looks like Quick Feet again going to come up big, takes down Magic with no tank. It's going to be a free-for-all for this Ramatra, finding one, finding two with the help of Toast Mafia, finding three, and Toast Mafia with the Icicle Snipe connecting for four. A very good hold from Dublin Coffman. And hey, you love to see it in a week number 10 like this. These teams fighting tooth and nail back and forth. We got a game.
100%. I'm already seeing some swaps come out from Gilmour here. Magic Man swapping off the Bastion onto the Pharah. Might see a little more luck with this hero because Coffman does not really have a whole lot of verticality. He's getting this into this room. Why
Has the ultimate, doesn't even need it, just presses left click, finds three right there in the end. Quick Feet 52, using that close quarters combat in these buildings on Ilio as well to maximize that Ramatra damage, doing an incredible job there, being that front line for the team.
The pressure got to 50-52. He knew he had fans in the stands and just decided to start performing. That's exactly what we like to see, especially in this last week of regular season matches.
See one last big performance here, as it looks like Gilmour used all their ultimates, and they don't have any, but Dublin Coffman is going to have more than one. 1, 2, 3, all of them coming out. Blue Hydra with the ripcord there, going to go ahead and pop the Death Blossom. Quick feed as well, and it was just too many ultimates in one place. Doing a great job to cap this first point on Ilios.
Yep, did a great job adapting to the situation and just overall just sweeping that as soon as they made their adaptations. It was pretty good. But let's see how Gilmour looks to adapt here. We already seen some massive swaps coming out from their composition. We're seeing the Sigma. We're seeing the Mercy. We're seeing Magic Man on the May of their own, and swapping off the Vendetta, opting to go with the Bastion. I really like this the solid foundation of the DPS with the May and the Bastion. A very strong combo. If May gets a wall, the Bastion just tears whoever they wall off to shreds, even if it is a tank like Ramatra. Just Bastion just does so much damage. It's kind of crazy. Oh, but actually, we're gonna see the Soldier 76 come out, which arguably might be a better pick because the Mercy's gonna be able to damage boost them, contest these off angles a little bit better, and maybe just take that map space if they really do desperately need here.
Yeah, and inside of Dublin Coffman. Oh, it looks like the Blue Hydra gonna get this one started off. Already finding that pick onto Jay. That is a Mercy down. And once again, Dublin Coffman coming out here with a good fight. Talk about those side angles. Blue Hydra on the Reaper, able to find a lot. Quick feet. Oh, just finds Absolute right out of the corner of their eye. And what I was about to say about this Dublin Coffman composition, Reaper May has been standard in Overwatch for a long time. And it's had its ebbs and flows, but it's nice to see the tried and true composition back out here again. In Dublin Coffman, you can really tell it works great for him. You get the Reaper on the flank, you have the May to just have that area control. It's a great combination. Once again, Blue Hydra just ripping through the back line. Gonna find Hazel right there, looking for another one. Able to find Absolute as well. That 2-for-1 if you're a Reaper player. That's all you need to do for your team. Setting up Dublin Coffman for success here. The tanks can walk forward, the DPS can walk forward, and they're gonna clean up the point. But it looks like a back cap was able to get off there by Gilmour. Quickly turned around though, as Magic Man did swap over to that Reaper. Got 8% up on the board, which hey, it's better than nothing. I would have much rather gotten the one fight.
This is very true. Something is better than nothing here. But now, Dublin Coffman at this fight with some ults. Most notably 50-52 with his Ramatra ultimate form here. Curious to see how they use it.
Yeah, but Firefly already found Magic Man. That's going to be one more down for Gilmour. They should probably try and wait for the respawn, but they do need to use all the distance they have gained because, like you said, Quickfeet is just going to run right in here, finds one, finds two, sets up the spare for the third. Sigma going to use the Gravitic Flux, but going to go down before it can pop off. And Firefly and Quickfeet doing a great job there. And props again to Firefly. Finding that pick onto Magic Man as the Ana, as Ana to kill Reaper, have to be, have to have done well technically, have to land your shots. And doing a great job as well, hitting that anti onto the Sigma. Looks like Magic on the ball. Oh, it's just gonna dip a little too low as the last percents count away for Dublin Coffman. It looks like they're gonna take this one 2-0 here as the couple last staggers are gonna come in from Gilmour, but it's not gonna be enough. They don't have their tank, and a tragic ending there. But Gilmour, but Dublin Coffman able to hold that one down.
Dublin Coffman, yeah, they're gonna be able to take this first map. That is, I feel so bad for Magic. They really wanted to get that last touch there as the Wrecking Ball, but unfortunately going a little bit too low here. But display of the game, absolutely beautiful, showing off the biggest strength of Ramatra, just landing these cleaves. Took out 3 enemies in one punch, like pretty insane, But Quickfeet 52 doing a really great job on that Ramatra. And overall, Dublin Coffman just doing a great job running that brawl comp, playing that close range, and just running over Gilmour as soon as they figured out like the advantages. But as we get into this next map, I think we're gonna take a short little break, so we'll be back. Don't worry guys, this is Esports Ohio.
Hello everyone and welcome back for game number 2 here on Parisio. And starting off, Dublin Coffman 1-0 right now. Had a pretty good map 1 on Ilios, taking it in a 2-0 round lead. But Gilmour, they were able to fight back, especially on round number 1. Had a pretty good hold here, but we'll see how that changes on Parisio here. It is a hybrid map, and you know that lends itself. I feel like we've talked about this a lot, but it is just an important aspect of Overwatch, that there's kind of these two categories. There's your control, where it's those tight confined spaces, you're fighting over a singular circular area, and then there's your escort, your push, where you're fighting these long distances down streets and alleyways, and hybrid gives you a bit of both. So both teams see what they're better at, see if they can show off here, and see if they can shake things up.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, Gilmour rolling out on a little bit of a different comp. Magic opting to go into the Diva, which I do think is an incredibly strong pick for what you're saying, like escort map or hybrid map like this, where we're going to be playing with these longer ranges, longer sight rounds for snipers and more hit scan heroes, which we aren't really seeing from the side of Dublin Coffman.
Yeah, Gilmour though certainly opting into that a little bit, as you can see playing at range here, using the Diva to kind of control these high grounds, and has the Ana as well on the side of Firefly. And it is pretty much a mirror composition except for those tanks. Diva much more suited for, you know, this type of vertical control, but Ramatra has the really long range primary fire, so you'll be able to control a lot with that. See what they can do here. So it looks like Magic's going to try to disrupt the supports in the back line. Not going to be able to find a kill, maybe onto the Spare, who just barely gets out, but Magic's going to go for more. Finds one, is going to look for more. Is taken down though. D-Mech just went too far forward without support. See what they can do though. Gilmour, they have point control, they're fighting for it hard. Magic Man was able to get the ultimate off to clear that space. See what they can do here. Blue Hydra and Hazel, the two Reapers are exchanging, but it looks like it is going to be Dublin Coffman that comes out on top. Losing the tank was just too much for Gilmour to hold around with. And it looks like Dublin Coffman is going to hold this one in style.
Yeah, I think Gilmour's going to have a really easy job taking this first initial space here. But once the fight starts breaking out on a point where the close range really does come into play, I do think Dublin Coffman is going to be coming out on top. But I mean, when ultimates come into play, it might be a little different. And we're going to see Magic Man rocking the Widowmaker here.
Yeah, trying to make that range work though. Playing it into a Reaper, it's going to be a rough scenario. Magic drops the bomb, able to find Firefly. That's going to be a crucial pick with no Ana. See what they can do with that. Blue Hydra is going to find Magic Man. So a bit of a trade back right there. And there comes the Nano. Magic is going to be the center of this fight right now. But Dublin Coffman, they have all the ultimates they could want, and it looks like they aren't even going to use them. Saving all 5, able to shut down Magic, who even while Nano just did not have any sort of DPS support to really deal that damage. You know, kind of the point of the Nano tank as well is while you're distracted trying to fight this behemoth in front of you, the DPS pick off the people on the side, but with no DPS there is all on Magic, and a tough place to be in. Wasn't able to find the picks with it. And man, every time I keep looking back about the screen, I just see 5 ultimates ready, and it's looking tough.
Yeah, the ultimate economy is a little bit rough to get around. If you're Gilmour here, because I mean, all you have to work with is this Mercy Valkyrie. It's going to be very, very difficult, especially when you have Blue Hydra hitting your back lineup and about to hit the Death Blossom, but get slept.
The sleep comes in clutch last minute there from Absolute. I don't know if it's going to be enough though, because Quickfeet is able to find Magic and Hazel right there. Takes down Magic Man with the help of Despair. And with only 1 ultimate used by Dublin Coffman, even though it was shut down, I mean, they just have 4 left. The ultimate economy situation is so rough for Gilmour.
Yep, and 20 seconds on the clock. We need to start moving. We're swapping onto the Echo.
Repositioning.
Really, really strong swap into this comp, since, I mean, you can just fly. You could fly away. You could play out of the effective range of everybody on Dublin Coffman, but it might be too little, too late. With 5 seconds on the clock now, it's going to be incredibly hard to break this hold.
Let the Kitsune guide
From
you.
Coast Mafia.
Wow.
And that's going to be a full hold for Dublin Coffman.
0-0.
Yeah, at the end there, catching everyone in that blizzard, just sealing the deal. And it was kind of an impossible situation, like we were talking about for Gilmour. They're walking into 4
Initiating
ultimates.
match.
And I did like the echo swap. I like changing things up. It needed to happen sooner. You know, 30 seconds left. Enemy team has 4 ultimates over year 2. It's just such an uphill battle at that point that swaps might not even do it. So maybe if those came in sooner, they could get over the line. See if that kind of informs their hold here and if they can get a full hold as well.
Yeah, 100%. Because, I mean, the best Gilmour can do is, well, the best they can do is draw. Because Dublin Coffman, they only need 1 whole tick on the point to make this map theirs and take the series in 2-0 fashion. Only needing 1 more map after that to win the entire series and finish out this season on a win.
Yeah, and it does make sense that Dublin Coffman is doing really well here on the first hold. You saw playing on Ilios, Quick Feet 52, Firefly doing a really good job of playing that kind of close quarters combat with the Ramatra Ana duo. And Firefly really kind of been the unsung hero. You know, Quick Feet been at the front of a lot of these plays, but Firefly doing a great job on this Ana, landing the sleeps and antis when required, doing a great job keeping the team healed up in the back line. See if they can continue that here, as lots of people already in critical condition.
100%. Now seeing the Mercy come out again from Gilmour. I do think the Mercy might be a little bit better of a pick on the defense here. Be able to just hold with the Bastion, but they're just gonna hop on the point.
Yeah, Gilmour, they have to touch. The wall goes up. I thought Gilmour saw it. They were playing time on high ground, but they just didn't turn around. And Magic Man was able to put the wall up, and they just couldn't get there in time.
Play of the game.
Another tragedy right at the finish line there for Gilmour, as Dublin Coffman 2-0 match point in the series.
Quick Feet 52 again with another play of the game. This guy's unstoppable. Really good day to be a Quick Feet 52 fan, that's for sure. But we're going to take a short little break before we get into this next map. It could be the final map. Who knows? We will see. But so stay tuned, guys. This is Esports Ohio.
everyone, and welcome back to game number 3 here of our series between Gilmour and Dublin Coffman High Schools. Week number 10, last week of a regular season play here. And coming out of it, Dublin Coffman 2-0 on match point as we're going to Gilmour's choice of Coliseum. We started off last map talking about, the difference between the hybrid escort style maps and your more control style maps. And when I think of a prime example of the kind of long rangeness of escort and push maps, I think of where we are right now, Coliseum, and specifically inside that Coliseum, just one long stretch of road right there. And while there is stuff to play around on the side, a lot of teams choosing to play and brawl at that range. That looks like, though, these comps are pretty standard with what we've seen.
Already kicking the game off. We have a nice little duel on the coast here. And Magic getting active on the Venture here. Yet to see the Venture into those matches. I'm all for it. Venture is a really very strong pick, especially in some of these tightly grouped wall comps, because the blue just gets so much value.
Yeah, Magic showing it right here. Even the support's occupied, setting up the team to get some picks. Quick feet, though, gonna find a pick right back. Gonna push a little bit forward out of Gilmour, able to get some distance as that wall's gonna go up right behind Magic Man. Gonna make it tough when they get that healing, but not gonna be enough on the end there. Thought maybe the Roadhog healing could save him long enough just to get around the corner. But now Dublin Coffman again on the advantage, looking to go forward. And yeah, Gilmour really swapped things up. Has the Venture and the Vendetta. Okay, there's
the V's, yeah. And are we? I could be going crazy, but wasn't Magic on tank?
Yes, Magic was. This is a roll swap as well.
We are seeing a nice little roll swap just to switch some things up. Maybe catch the other team off guard, but I mean, it does not seem to be working. What is going about to be? I see Magic on the Ash here.
Yeah, see what damage Magic can get done. Dublin Coffman there. I mean, just really finding Gilmour in staggers, getting those couple of picks. And, Hazel went in, fell, kind of just walked up, took down Magic as well. These slow sorts of staggers, it's really not the thing you want to see because it's 10 seconds for that person to respawn. You're fighting a 5v4, you have to give ground, and as more people die, that's more seconds that you have to get the push. As you can see, Dublin Coffman already going around the last bend here as Quick Feet picks off both supports. And before the fight even gets started, Gilmour's just going to be in a tough position. With no supports, they're going to be forced to back off and reset here. They don't really have that time, though, because Dublin Coffman has done an incredible job of cutting them off, keeping them away from their spawn, separating the two there, keeping the tanks and the DPS behind the payload so that they could continue to push it over that bridge even while fighting. And as the supports respawn, they're not going to be able to touch it in retaliation, and they might even get picked here as Magic, caught in the backline, trying to get back to safety, is just going to fall here as Dublin Coffman, man, you are loving this win coming into the last week of competition. If you're coming into regionals, a very dominant win it's looking like here, just cleaning the last couple members of Gilmour up as they're going to look to cap this one off. Over 6:30 left on the clock, maybe. Magic one. Last contest there is going to get the nano. See what they could do. It's just going to be taken down. It looks like Absolute is going to fall as well. Whist gets in there, does get the Suzu off, but I don't know if that's going to be enough as they just trickle onto this payload. Maybe with the Bastion, could go Robot, could be able to figure this one out. Not quite. Magic, though, gonna get the ultimate off, able to find 2, needs to find a couple more to make this one stick. The sleep comes down, jumps up looking for some more. 5 HP is gonna go down, and in the end, I think after Absolute falls here, it is gonna be a full cap from Dublin Coffman, and man, what a showing from this team.
Yeah, 100%. They started out slow in the first couple maps, but then they just started ramping it up, and they're out for blood here. And Quick Feet 52 again with another play of the game, doing a great job. And oh my god, this crew just soloing the backline. It's honestly, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, doing a great job on that Ramatra. And I really want to emphasize just Dublin Coffman doing a great job at the end there on Coliseum. One of the issue that I feel like both sides can run into is that kind of split fight around the bridge. You know, you're fighting below and above and on the kind of like areas on the side, and doing a great job of forcing Gilmour off of the robot in a way where they can still push it towards the objective while still fighting, because they're able to get like one or two supports, so they're going to win the fight, but just getting rid of that stall time. So while Gilmour is like actively losing the fight, they're still gaining ground and they're not being stalled. Just a really good showing of, controlling that kind of space to get every advantage they can.
Yep, 100%. And both teams played pretty well, but Dublin Coffman did just come out on top, just showing off the power of Brawl with the May Reaper Ramatra. Just honestly amazing. But I think we're going to be ending off the stream for today. I think we have a couple more games throughout the week. We have Marvel Rivals tomorrow, and so just stay tuned for that. So it's been real, guys. We will see you guys later. This is Esports Ohio.